Welcome
Welcome to
to
Shade
Shade
and the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are jumping into our review of 90 Days the Other Way. I was about to say B90 because that's what my notes say, but that's not it. And it is season 5, episode, I believe it's 9, Sarper in the City.
I thought it was cute. Almost like Shade in the City.
You stupid. So if you haven't already, Shade Squad and our new viewers, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. I love that TLC has been listening to us. I wish y'all would bring V90 back down to 45.
Me too.
But I'm really here for these 45 minutes
I was
episodes.
like, oh my God, I'm almost done with it.
Right. It's great, TLC. Keep it up. And shout out to Centley Rodriguez and our girl, Miss Monica Jones, as always, for staying in the comments. We appreciate y'all. And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. I ain't gonna call her our girl because she's special. Shekinah, she's moving to Turkey in a few days to be with her boo Sarper. But first, she needs to have a conversation with her ex Roberto. So apparently, this is her daughter.
That's my baby daddy.
Right, that's just her baby daddy. So this is her daughter Sophia's father, and she says that Sophia is the light of her life, even though you don't really get to see her. But, huh?
I said it's actually her baby sugar daddy. You could tell.
Yeah. Well, but she was married to him. I wouldn't say it was sugar daddy.
It's a sugar daddy she fell in love with. He's 27 years older than her.
Why can't love just
girl bye?
Okay. So Roberto
turned into. That's not what she saw at first. She saw cha-ching.
So
okay, let's be for real. She knew what she was doing.
So I'm trying to get Roberto lives in Costa Rica, y'all, and he runs a hotel or owns a hotel there. So he co-parents from a distance, but he comes back often to see their daughter. Now, Shekinah reveals to him that she's moving to Turkey. Surprise! And Roberto thinks that this is very fast and says she's felt right about guys before, but has been obviously wrong.
Everybody questions this girl's decisions. You are not a good decision maker.
So she said that, she took a year off from not dating to look at her own toxic traits so she wouldn't keep picking the same guy, and now thinks that she has, a clear view.
I have a question.
What?
I'm confused because she said that she took a year off, right? But what in between that time she was dating a homeboy?
Oh, the friend that didn't work out?
Yeah, that she didn't want to be with.
Girl. Look, maybe we need to call it Shekinah in the City, okay? So
no,
I'm just saying, birds of a feather flock together. I'm just saying.
We gotta get the real fan.
Maybe there's a reason why her and Sarper do a lot of, okay, because they both like to do it individually as well. Okay, so now Roberto says that based on her choices, she basically dates off looks rather than morals or principles. Okay, he thinks it's a dramatic decision for so
bank
much
accounts. Huh? You have to mention bank accounts.
Bank accounts. He knows that she has her mind made up, but he reminds her that she's a mother. Okay, a mother.
Not a mother.
I'm a mother. Okay. And my Kiki Palmer.
All right, Kiki. Right. All right, Kiki.
And I love that though. And she was like, really? This is from the same man that was living in Costa Rica and running his business. And that's why we not married now. And I was like, you couldn't get past that?
Oh, she didn't say that's why they wasn't married. Well,
she did say that.
Well, it was the double standard. It was him with the double standard as to why they're not married.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was like, so you couldn't get
no. It's his thought process. That's what it was. It wasn't.
I would have just flown back to Costa Rica.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that because he's only been there for 4 years.
Right.
Was it? It was 4 years, right? I
I
think
don't know, but
he was only there for 4
we
years.
would have
No,
made that thing work.
It was a double standard, and his thought process why they not married. She said
we would have made that thing work. So she says that she is very upfront with her daughter. And and basically Roberto is just so thankful that he done sold this hotel, because now he realizes that he's gonna have to be on board and be more of the parent. And she's like, well, this is good. Now we can switch roles. And I was like, well, are either one of you really parenting when the girl is in boarding school? And I'm not trying to be shady. I mean, what is it, like every 5 weeks or something? Roberto tells her he always got love for her, basically, and that if she runs into trouble when she gets over there, to basically, just shout or holler, he got her. Okay. He said something like that, maybe not like that. That was my iteration of what he said. But now we see Sarper doing his modeling thing. Sarper is 43 from Istanbul, Turkey.
I just feel like they're like, I don't want to say old, but they're like up in age doing like 20-year-old shit.
Thought jobs?
Yeah. Both of them.
So he used to work import and export, but then got an opportunity to model for a brand, and apparently has been doing that ever since. He's obsessed with his body. He has an exotic dancer. Oh, he was an exotic dancer.
Does he like being naked?
Yeah, and says that he enjoyed it very much so. His parents didn't like it, so he got into fitness and bodybuilding. He also has had his personal training license for 10 years, but really just started using it last year. Okay. And he's sitting around with his friends Meta.
Yeah, Mate.
Oh, Mate. And he reveals to Mate that Shekinah is moving to Turkey. He talks about meeting Shekinah on the app and thinking it would just be a one-night stand, but they clicked and they saw each other's soft side. And he said that after the first night of meeting her, she wanted to see him the next day, but he was sick and exhausted because he had been with 2 women prior to her. Now, Shekinah insisted she come and take care of him, even though he was with 2 women prior.
What I was confused about was like this, because he was like, yeah.
And he still decided to have sex with her.
My thing is, he's like, yeah, I was with 2 women and I'm sick. So was the 2 women still there?
No, it made it sound like he went out with 2 women, or I don't
know. See, that's not what I got. So I don't remember him saying prior. He said that he was with 2 women.
Oh, I heard prior, like before. He said I was with before. He didn't say prior. That's just my proper, trying to use different words and whatever. But no, he said before.
Oh, before she came over.
Well, he said I was like, no, because he was so up from hanging out with the 2 women, but she insisted on coming over.
I hung out with her the night before. I'm confused. I don't know. If he's really that much of a hoe, why the hell
he's a hoe? He is a, I'm sorry. Ain't no other way to look at. He is a hoe. Okay.
He got too much energy for me. You supposed to be calming down at 43, sir.
And then apparently, I guess she gave him some, because he said, he wasn't expecting it, but she gave it. I guess
it was amazing.
Right. And then he wasn't expected to see her again, but she came back to Turkey.
All these, I wasn't expecting this. I really wasn't expecting it to be nothing. He's just like, I wasn't expecting nothing. I was expecting some ass and send you on your merry little way.
Maybe that's what makes their relationship work. There are no expectations. They always tell you that's what makes a relationship up. Once you have expectations.
Until now there's expectations.
So he tells his homeboy that, he don't want to be a player no more. He tired of running the streets. He's gonna change for Shekinah. However, he's worked over 600 bachelorette parties and smashed half the brides. But he said that, Shekinah has changed everything for him. And he's trying hard to be faithful. And he hasn't wet his whistle in 79 days. So his homeboy is down.
He's been with 2,500 women. I would be scared to lay down with him. Like, and I don't even mean have sex. I would be scared to get in the bed with him. Nigga, you got fleas. You got something.
And so his homeboy is doubtful that this relationship will last long. And I'm with the homeboy. It's not looking good.
He said he ain't had sex in 72 days, and that's huge for him. He's like, I ain't never been faithful.
Look, give it about an episode or 2, Shekinah and Sarper gonna be back in the city. Just saying.
Christ. With her taking her year off.
Mm-hmm.
So, on to the drama. This was the drama of this episode right here. TJ and Kimberly. So it's 4 days before the wedding, and they're going to meet the decorator. And apparently,
she kind of gets on my nerves.
Huh?
She kind of gets on my nerves, but I'll let you.
Kimberly? Kind of? Are you
okay.
for real?
Okay, she gets.
I can't stand her ass. I cannot stand her.
I didn't want to have the unpopular opinion.
Oh, if it's unpopular, then it's something wrong with everybody else. It's so wrong.
She gets on my nerves.
So apparently TJ, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to say.
Well, they're supposed to be getting married in 4 days. And they're going to meet with the wedding planner or the decorator.
Okay, I know what I'm saying. I know what it said. I know what it's supposed to say. So apparently TJ is in the mood to put his life in this girl's hands and let her drive. Then this girl she tries to like get over and she hits this like buggy. She said driving in India is crazy. She said, stop signs are suggestions and there's no rules. He's like, no. There's a rule. You can't hit a cow. So apparently you can hit the buggy. Run the buggy over. It don't make a difference. Hit the people.
But you can't hit that damn cow.
Can't hit the cow. It's spiritual. That's what he said. So he said he went to go check on his car. It's dented, but he said he don't want to argue. So he ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna take over driving. Do not live in fear, sir. Please. Not with this. I ain't even gonna call it that, but she's giving very much. I'll say it later. So they get to the event space and, they're talking to the decorator. She's super excited because she's explaining what she wants. And he seems like he got it. He gonna do this.
She actually feels like she got some of what she wants.
The only thing I'm concerned about is if this is what happened with TJ, when TJ explained how he wanted the apartment. And he's like, yeah, this, and this is what I want. And they're like, yeah, we got it. We're gonna make it perfect for you. And it wasn't at all what he wanted.
Right.
So I hope it actually turns out the way she wants it. But yeah, TJ, he's happy that she's happy, but he is nervous because he knows that this girl is super particular, super specific, and he's worried that, she'll see something on the wedding day that she don't like or, not up to her liking, and she's going to ruin everything. That's very possible, sir.
Very strongly possible.
That's what she gives. Now, back at the house, TJ asked her to come downstairs and have a conversation with everybody just to settle things because her dad will be coming the following day. Now, as soon as this girl gets downstairs, Yash, I don't know if you've seen it, but he was giving TJ the stare of death.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the hell you brought this girl down here? He wants to see her face. He just looked at. He was just staring. Okay.
He's just really not here for her. They just don't like each other. But my whole thing is Yash needs to realize you're not marrying her. Your brother is. But I guess
he got to live in the same house with her.
I guess. Yeah.
And I don't want you in my house. If you're talking about you don't want to live with my family, you don't want to live in the house.
I guess.
So now I'm gonna feel like you're just gonna be a disrespectful bitch. But what she was, and that's why the mama was feeling some type of way.
That she came out with all her thigh out.
All her thighs. So
she said, you gonna get these legs, hips, and thighs.
Mama basically told TJ, like, basically she should know better. She should know better by now. Like, what the hell this girl got on?
And if she don't know, you should have told her.
So she grabs a blanket, she puts it over her legs to cover up her ripped jeans. And his mom says she needs to learn the customs and some manners. TJ said, this is not her first time wearing it. She said, okay, it's your responsibility to teach her.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, just because she did it once, the hell? So TJ's like, are you going to just keep this going? And she basically said, that girl is obnoxious. Yash took her to go get some bangles. She made a statement like, don't touch me. And she said it in English, which could have got him sent to jail. And Kimberly knows that the mom was talking about her because, of course, she said it in English.
She said that don't touch me.
Yeah, she said that don't touch me in English. So mom said that they gave her so much love and treated her like a daughter. That doesn't mean that she gets to insult them and say anything that she wants. Now, Yash said that he doesn't get it. TJ hurried up and snapped on him and told him to shut up because he keeps on dragging it on. Kimberly, she got up and walked away, and Yash told her, yeah, it's better that you go. Instigate the ass. I love it.
You stupid.
I love this Virgo.
What is it? Isn't Josh a Virgo?
He is. You know what? You remember? So the girl I sent you in the DMs today with the song, the Virgo song, or the Virgo song, or September song. I've always loved her. I didn't know she was a Virgo. I think I just really love Virgos. I just love us. I love for September Virgo.
You're stupid.
Yeah. So TJ told him, "Look, you better be careful. Don't be talking to my girl like that." Okay. So they're still arguing while this girl is sitting on the steps. Listening to them go back and forth.
Deal. She grew up in a hostile environment like this. She can't deal.
She feels like she's stuck in the middle with them yelling about her. So Yash is talking about how am I supposed to respect the person that's abusing us? Talking about how she don't like your family and she don't want to live with your family. His mom feels like this is a nightmare. Kimberly said that she feels bad because she feels like it's all her fault, and it is, ma'am. Okay, because but she grew up in a toxic environment and she doesn't want to do this. Should have at least felt on her own that if she's going to someone's house as a daughter-in-law, she should at least learn some basic manners. I said, "Ooh, girl said she ain't got no basic
mama manners. Don't like her.
Not no more. So TJ said that she doesn't know these things. She'll learn them gradually. Yash said when she visited before, she would at least ask if certain things were appropriate to wear. Now she's walking around the house naked.
Damn.
TJ told her, "You're ruining my life over some pants." Sir, you are so missing the whole point. Okay. Yeah. And Yash basically says that this marriage is going to create havoc. TJ said, "You know what? Just call off the wedding," and then gets up and throws whatever the hell the mama was doing, throws it down on the floor, talking about, "Well, just keep it." Yash looked like he was ready to get up and handle his ass, and he told him he need to have some manners. Daddy was ready to jump in it too, but mom was like, "You know what? Just keep quiet because he brought this chaos into our home." I said, "Oh, Yash, you better get not Yash. TJ, you better get this girl together. Get this girl together." I don't like her at all. I can't stand her ass. I don't know. She, you know what? In a way, she gives me Karen.
Oh, I could see that.
She gives me Karen because she was talking all that all that, giving all that extraness when they was on the roof by themselves together. Now when she's around everybody else, when she was
now
around,
she's, "Oh my God, I can't handle it. It's too much."
Exactly.
No, I can't stand that either. If you go hard, go hard. Don't.
Exactly. She did it when she was having the conversation with TJ, and now she's doing it in front of the parents. But you know what? The parents is hip to it because they heard her yelling upstairs, so they know she's capable of it. So everything that Yash was telling them, they believe it.
I'm sure.
They're like, "Yeah, this is over here sitting quiet, but we know what you about because we saw you yelling at our son." So yeah, I can't stand him.
Well,
your favorite.
Let's get to who I can't stand.
You started up liking him so much.
I told y'all. Said it from the begin. Okay. It is F-boy season over here on the other way. Okay, and Julio is the president.
I don't know if it was from the beginning. I think he was crushing on Julio.
I said he might be fine, but I definitely identified his F-boyness.
In the beginning,
I didn't say he wasn't cute. I said he's cute and he's probably an F-boy. That don't mean I can't be attracted to it. We all know I'm attracted to him. That don't mean that.
You know what? Look, you know what? At least you're aware.
I'm aware.
At least you're aware.
But I definitely identified it and called it in the beginning and said he's gonna be a boy. He's playing with her.
Oh my God.
So Julio, and look, this is how my notes go. Julio did what I thought he was.
But he done went from Julio to Julio. She really don't like him no more.
I really don't like him. he did what I thought he would do this whole time. He told Kirsten he can't move right now. And of course, she's upset. But and I will say this, and I dropped down in the comments, Shade Squad viewers. From my inkling, because we've done enough of these like reviews and kind of like, I think this was production. And what I mean by that is I think they had already broken up.
Yeah, because he said he had already had a conversation with her.
Right. I think that they just made them talk on camera so we know what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
But yeah, because
I said the same thing. I was like, why are y'all having the same conversation?
Yeah, it was
that we just did it a few days ago.
Right. So I think what it was is that they had broken up and production was like, hey guys, we just need to get this for the camera so we can let the people know what happened. Because even Kirsten starts off with,
they should have definitely edited out him saying a few days ago we talked about this.
Right. So Kirsten jumps right into wanting to know what happened after they made the pinky promise at the airport that he would be moving in January. And that's when I was like, well, you know what happened after, or you should know. So the fact that you're asking him means that you're letting us know, which this is a production thing. So he says his mom says that, you know, she broke down and she needs help with things at home, and his brothers are, you know, going, it's all bullshit. It's all,
you know what?
I'm not going to say it's BS, but can I tell y'all, I said this. I said, and she even said something at the end of this where she was like, and how are we supposed to spend our lives together? And I said, but he never proposed to you. That was never the thing. He was just coming to live over there for probably get a little bit of a vacation. But he never had any intentions.
You know what? I wonder, being that they did do this just for production, I wonder if that's why he was laughing.
I don't know. So I'm gonna just cut to the chase.
He's like, girl, you are really into this. We already broke up. Like, now you want to put on tears and act like
right.
So I wonder. So I wonder if, because he was like, well, I'm laughing because I'm flabbergasted. So I wonder if that's why he was laughing. Like, girl, because you're doing a lot for a conversation we already had. You know what I'm saying?
So anyway, he lies, and I won't say it's a lie, but he uses the excuse of his mom and his brothers, and she's like, well, why didn't you think of that earlier? Great points. So he tells her when the time is right, he'll move. She basically tells him she ain't got another year to wait from him. And so he's like, you can't put a time limit on things. And she's like, well, I'm not doing it. And so he says, well, you know, let's just end things.
He's like, let's call it quits now.
Real boy style.
Yeah, she was like, just like that. He said, just like that.
Like that. So he says, no, so Kirsten is shocked by his attitude, and just feels like he doesn't care, and she gets emotional that it seems so easy for him to basically say fuck her. And Julio tells her that he's not making fun of her, but feels terrible. But he doesn't really seem like it. And that's what Nels is talking about. Maybe because this probably is something that happened after the breakup. Maybe he's just, again, he's a real F-boy. So I was actually going to give him credit. At least he told her, because most F-boys would just not answer their phone or ghosted you or just not responded to a text or something, and you just see them moving on. Or would have
strung you along.
And
you would have just looked up a year later like, how the hell
did this happen?
How are you still not here yet?
So I will give Julio that credit. But anyway, Kirsten, you know, basically just can't do it and is heartbroken and upset that he's kind of like laughing at her pain or smiling at her pain rather. And you know, he's just like, he just really doesn't have anything to say because
really he could have just said, he could have been like, oh, my thing didn't get approved or whatever, I can reapply, take you a few more months.
He could have dragged it out, but I think and he made it a point to say that he thinks that they were living in a fantasy. Which that's what I said when she got real. That's when I was like, he's not moving over there. He's playing with her. Because he liked it because the relationship was a relationship of convenience. Mm-hmm. And when it was no longer convenient for him, he no longer wanted it. If she would have moved and brought her ass over there, it would have been convenient a little bit longer. But even then, they wouldn't have stayed together, in my opinion. Because again, he wanted a relationship of convenience. So like most boys do. So now, yeah, and he feels like if things were supposed to work out, it would have, and it didn't, and he's moving on, like Maya.
What? Yes!
And I feel bad for Kirsten, but girl, too bad, we don't see him coming from a mile away. But I now am so seasoned.
Guess what?
I'm a seasoned F-word picker, so I can see him from a mile away.
Guess what? She's a pretty girl. She's all over 90 days. So
you go ride your bike down that street.
They are blowing up her DMs. Okay, I am not worried about Kirsten.
You might find somebody with a double seat, and y'all can ride together to the sunset.
You such a little shady ass. You know, shady ass. I want to ride the bikes
with the double seats.
Yeah, I had one. I did. It wasn't a double seat. It was just one long. I think it was called a banana seat.
Banana drink. I know.
All right. On to the
I ain't got it.
Person that I'm really starting not to like.
I ain't got it.
I can't. She get
Mary. This is one. She to me is 10 times worse than Kimberly. 10 times worse. I mean, Kimberly's bad, but Mary is. You can't have a conversation without crying.
Well, okay, it depends on what level. When I think of Kimberly, I don't like her because she's disrespectful.
Right.
I don't like Mary because she's manipulative.
Emotionally manipulative.
So it's two different,
This bitch will make herself have an asthma attack just so you can't ask her a question.
Panic attack.
Whatever.
She don't always need her asthma.
Oh, okay. So
it's Mary and Brandon. She is taking Brandon to her old house where she grew up that was ruined by Typhoon Odette. So they sit down and have a conversation. He lets her know that, he really appreciates being able to build a new house. You appreciate it? No? Okay. But they need to find a way to make some money. He said all they have right now is 14,000 Filipino pesos, which is only $306 US. And that ain't enough to pay the bills next month. She said, well, I can make some necklaces, but they ain't going to sell for too much. Why you suggested then?
I was wondering the same thing.
So you can waste your time when you can be doing something to make some real money?
Right.
Girl, bye. So he said, what about your grandparents? Maybe we can ask them for a loan. She told him, no, don't depend on them because they don't have a lot of money and they have a lot of problems. He basically said, so do we. We in a hole. And she said,
and I'm paying for that house that they in, so they ain't got that many problems.
I think the house.
Look, they got 99 problems, but mortgage ain't one. Okay.
Like, girl, they helped you when you was growing up. They knew for me.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was so proud of Brandon when he brought that shit up.
Look, and listen. And I gotta ask them for permission in my own damn house.
Right.
Ma'am. I just want to know, you know what this gave me? That when it's time to ask them to leave, or when they're supposed to be leaving, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, don't ask them. They don't have anything. Da, 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 da. Watch. So she says that she doesn't want to go to him and ask for any help because he's already sacrificed a lot and she doesn't want to stress him. Of course, all of this is happening while she's crying. And, she says that she just wants him to be happy and not stressed. He said, it seemed like the only one that stressed is you. I think she caught that shade. She was like, ooh.
Right.
And he feels like her reaction was just a bit much. She basically says that he doesn't know he says he doesn't know how he sacrificed.
He's saying he doesn't know how what the grandfather does with his money, but he knows he paid for the house, so he knows he's not spending it on that, basically.
And basically, he said, I sacrificed a lot too, and I struggled. Mm-hmm. He was like, everybody thinks that America, is this great place to live. Everybody's rich and happy and fat, and that's not what it is.
He was like, I was homeless, but I was sending you my money.
Basically. He said he wasn't able to put food in his stomach or a roof over his head, but he tried his best to provide for her and find a place for her to live. And she said she's thankful for that, but he doesn't understand. She said she saw him when he was in a struggle. Okay, you didn't give a fuck, apparently.
Right.
She said it made her want to cry, not go out and find work.
Right.
But she says in America, they get government help You know, if you don't have food, you can get food stamps.
And so basically your situation is better than mine. So
that's basically what she's saying. She said, you know, they don't get that type of support.
Now that is selfish and to me disrespectful.
She said, if you don't have a roof when it rains, basically you're screwed. That some people don't have food to cook or even a toilet, and they'll just poop in the river. The one that you had him walking in. I told you it was poop water, Trees. I told you it was poop water.
That's nasty and that's weird. But again, what does that have to do with Brandon, who sent you all his money to put you in this house, and now he needs help? Now, Brandon being a whole grown ass man should have thought about that when he went with $300 in his bank account to the Philippines. But again, he knew he wasn't gonna have no money when he got over there. So that was the first problem. Everybody can get it today. I'm on fire, okay? Everybody can get it.
And basically, you know, she feels like he's never really experienced real struggle. But she told him that she doesn't want him to ask her grandfather for help because she feels guilty about it. So he said, okay, you know, they'll just have to figure something else out.
Oh no, I love when she said he paid for my school. He said, no, you didn't. You got a scholarship, sweetie.
Oh yeah, and she's like, but I mean the food.
But he bought my food. Girl, you bought him a house.
Listen, my thing is this, right? I understand where she feels like he's not even the college thing or whatever.
I understand. I get it.
Because he didn't have to take her in. I understand what she's saying. He didn't have to take us in. Our parents took off and left. He raised us from babies, and it's been hard on them. I get that. But if you feel that strongly about it, why you ain't out sacrificing? Why you ain't out trying to make some money?
Because I'm a girl and my grandfather
to help your grandfather.
I'm a girl and my grandfather.
Why you had to wait till this white savior came along to pay your bills and buy you a house?
That's basically what they taught her. Because remember, she said her grandfather don't let her do nothing. He don't let her go work. He won't let her. They think that's a man's job. So her job is to go find her an American that she can get over there to pay for a house and pay some bills. I'm sorry to sound like that, but that's what it's giving.
Yeah, I'm gonna need everybody evicted.
Everybody getting a 30-day notice.
I don't even know if I can give you 30 days because guess what? I ain't got it. I got to put it up for sale. Okay.
I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the grandparents are appreciative, but I'm feeling like that's why they're so on board too. Because I mean, I'm not saying they're running some scam.
You feel like they're appreciative?
I feel like they're appreciative. I don't think maybe they know the levels but again, I think they're assuming he's American. Oh, she got her an American, so we good.
That's why I don't think that they really are appreciative, because
I get what you're saying.
They're probably like, well, he got it. So
right.
It's not like he had to work hard to get it. They don't know that he's giving away his whole damn check. Can't even eat, don't got no roof over his own damn head to send this girl some money. Fuck out of here. Listen.
I always be wondering, do these people in these other countries be watching the show? Because they never come across looking good. Like,
I don't think they care. Just like when people say stuff about Americans.
That's true.
They fat, they lazy, they eat all types of crazy stuff that they should. We still do it. We still eat. We won't give a damn.
True. Are you done with Brandon and Mary?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
I gave they get a 3-day notice.
Oh, they got a 3-day notice. Well, yeah, guys. Again, TLC, shout out to y'all. I appreciate the short, quick, to the point. Yeah, we can appreciate that. Let's keep them coming. We love it. We have no problem reviewing these. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another review of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and IG. And catch us next week for another review of 90 Day the Other Way. Have a good night. Bye-bye.